Welcome to Guide to Reads. If you're a leader, entrepreneur, or changemaker trying to navigate the stormy seas of today's business world, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more bold insights on future-proofing your career and your company. Today we dive into Pivot to the Future by Omar Abbosh, Paul Nunes, and Larry Downs, a powerful guide to unlocking trapped value, reinventing your business model, and thriving amid disruption. The pace of change has never been faster. What worked yesterday may not even be relevant tomorrow. Entire industries are being reshaped by technology, evolving consumer demands, and wave after wave of competition. But the secret isn't in simply chasing the next shiny innovation. True transformation comes from a mindset shift, one that embraces constant reinvention, strategic investment in the future, and the courage to evolve before crisis hits. In this blink, we'll break down how top-performing companies pivot without losing their core, leverage emerging technologies, and realign their culture to stay one step ahead. Let's explore how you can make reinvention your competitive advantage. 1. Trapped value is hidden gold. In the age of relentless innovation, most companies are sprinting in place, busy but not moving forward. Why? Because while technology leaps ahead, they cling to outdated models, leaving immense value trapped beneath layers of inertia and hesitation. And where there's trapped value, disruption finds its way in. Just look at retail. For years, brick-and-mortar giants viewed e-commerce as a side gig, a trend that might pass. They delayed, doubted, and downplayed the digital shift. Meanwhile, Amazon was rewriting the rulebook, investing in personalized algorithms, ultra-fast delivery, and frictionless customer service. By the time traditional retailers blinked, Amazon Prime had become a household staple, and legends like Sears had bled out. Not because they lacked resources, but because they lacked vision. This isn't a retail story. It's a business warning. Across industries, too many leaders still treat technology as an upgrade instead of what it truly is, a new foundation. They dabble in digital tools but fail to reimagine their core. They chase efficiency but miss transformation, all while the cost of cloud, automation, and AI drops, and the potential skyrockets. Here's the truth. You don't tack innovation onto the edges. You rebuild with it at the center. Releasing trapped value means more than tightening budgets or streamlining operations. It means unlocking new growth, meeting unmet needs, and delivering experiences customers didn't even know they wanted. Because the companies that will define the future, they're not waiting for disruption, they're causing it. 7 strategies to stay ahead in times of disruption. Disruption doesn't knock, it kicks down the door, and yet most companies still act surprised. They resist the winds of change, clutching old models like relics, while agile disruptors rewrite the rules. But the leaders, the ones who don't just survive but dominate, they follow a different script, one built on 7 core strategies that turn chaos into competitive edge. Strategy 1. Make technology your engine, not your accessory. Innovation isn't about marginal gains. It's about reinventing how you deliver value. Just ask Haier. This Chinese appliance giant didn't just digitize, it transformed. By embedding automation, IoT, and D2C platforms, Haier moved from product pusher to platform powerhouse. They didn't wait for the future, they engineered it. Strategy 2. Stay obsessively relevant to your customers. Loyalty cards are dead. Personalization is king. Look at CVS. Beyond prescriptions, they now deliver healthcare at your doorstep through telemedicine and home delivery. The best companies don't wait to react. They predict, personalize, and preempt. Strategy 3. Turn data into decisive action. Raw data is useless without insight, but with the right lens, it's revolutionary. Chevron slashed drilling times by 44% using AI analytics. All Life redefined life insurance in South Africa by ensuring HIV-positive clients, a market no one else dared touch. Data, when wielded wisely, doesn't just improve operations, it creates new frontiers. Strategy 4. Rethink ownership to unlock agility. Holding assets doesn't equal holding power. Apple outsources production but dominates by owning design, experience, and brand love. When you let go of what slows you down, you make room for speed and growth. Strategy 5. Measure value beyond profit. Today's winners build ecosystems, not empires. Alibaba's logistics network empowers small businesses and boosts local delivery systems. This isn't charity, it's strategic generosity. The return? Deeper trust, wider reach, longer loyalty. Strategy 6. Future-proof your workforce. The best tech is useless without skilled people. ATT didn't replace. They reskilled, helping thousands transition into digital roles. They didn't just reduce hiring costs, they built a culture of loyalty and learning. Strategy 7. Build networks that multiply value. Isolation is a liability. Siemens built a cloud-based platform connecting global manufacturers. The result? Industry-wide efficiency. Partnerships don't dilute your strength, they amplify your influence. Disruption is constant, but so is opportunity. These 7 strategies are not survival tactics. They're a blueprint for bold, continuous reinvention. Adopt them, and your company won't just keep pace, you'll set it. 3. The wise pivot. Balancing the old, the now, and the new change is no longer optional, it's survival. Yet many companies stumble at the crossroads of reinvention. Some cling too tightly to the past, milking legacy models until they dry out. Others chase shiny new ventures without a foundation to support them. The result? Burnout, confusion, and collapse. But the winners? They move differently. They master the wise pivot, a dynamic strategy that balances where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. Let's break it down. A wise pivot isn't a one-time leap. It's a continual act of balancing 3 distinct business zones. The old, legacy products and services that still generate revenue but are declining. The now, your core business, the current growth engine. The new, uncharted areas of innovation that promise future relevance but come with uncertainty. Most companies overcommit to one stage and neglect the rest, but those who lead the pack strengthen all 3 simultaneously. Take Accenture, a global leader in consulting and tech services. As competition intensified, from budget outsourcing firms below and tech giants above, Accenture stood at a breaking point. Many would have downsized or narrowed focus, but not Accenture. They reinvested in their core business, boosting efficiency and expanding digital services. At the same time, they aggressively pursued the new, venturing into AI, cloud solutions, cybersecurity, and even early experiments with blockchain and IoT, long before the hype caught on. The payoff? Accenture didn't just survive. They doubled their market value and re-emerged as a digital economy powerhouse. That's the essence of the wise pivot. Harvest the old. Optimize the now. Invest in the new. Not sequentially, simultaneously. With discipline, vision, and bold strategy. In a world where disruption is the norm, the wise pivot isn't just a method, it's a mindset. And it's the difference between being disrupted and becoming the disruptor. 4. Scaling a business. Grow today, invest in tomorrow. The wise pivot is only as powerful as its execution. Strategy means nothing if it can't scale. And scaling isn't just about growing big, it's about growing smart. It's the art of amplifying your core, entering new frontiers, and doing both without collapsing under your own ambition. True scaling is a balancing act. It's where vision meets discipline. Consider Comcast, a company that could have let go of its legacy business and chased trends. But instead it leaned in. Rather than abandoning traditional TV, Comcast reinvented it, launching the X1 platform, a sleek interface with voice controls and built-in streaming access to Netflix and more. It turned a fading product into a future-ready platform, but they didn't stop there. Comcast expanded aggressively, rolling out high-speed internet, mobile services, and transforming NBC Universal into a content powerhouse. It revitalized its film division and turned its theme parks into multi-billion-dollar engines of entertainment. The result? A company that didn't just survive disruption, it engineered its evolution. Now contrast that with Netflix in 2011. Confident that streaming would take over, the company tried to spin off its DVD-by-mail business. Customers were outraged. Subscriptions plummeted. The lesson? Don't exit a revenue stream before it's time. Netflix quickly course-corrected and used DVD profits to bankroll original content that would later define the brand. And then there's Google, already the king of search. But Google never gets complacent. It reinvests constantly in refining its algorithms, expanding its ad ecosystem, and branching into hardware and cloud infrastructure. The core business isn't just maintained, it's relentlessly elevated. The companies that scale successfully don't choose between the present and the future. They optimize the now, expand the core, and build the next, all at once. Because in today's world, it's not enough to grow. You need to grow with purpose. You need to scale with strategy, and most of all, you need to build a business that thrives today while planting the seeds for tomorrow. 5. Financial strategy. The hidden engine behind every bold pivot ambition without alignment is a recipe for stagnation. Many companies set out to reinvent themselves, new ideas, new directions, new markets, but fall short. Why? Not for lack of vision, but for lack of financial precision. A successful pivot doesn't hinge on creativity alone. It hinges on how well a company re-engineers its financial foundation, how it steers its assets, capital, and resources to turn strategy into momentum and momentum into measurable results. At the heart of this is asset agility. Companies must continually reassess their physical infrastructure, what to own, what to upgrade, and what to let go. In the rush to digital, most retailers cut back on brick-and-mortar locations, but Uniqlo chose a wiser path. Rather than retreating, it reimagined its stores, equipping them with RFID tracking, digital integrations, and smarter inventory systems. The result? A hybrid retail model that blended the convenience of e-commerce with the immersive power of physical experience. Then comes the art of working capital management. Missteps here can quietly erode a company's strength. Take Nike, which once found itself drowning in excess inventory. Discounts followed. Margins shrank. But Nike didn't just tighten its belt, it refined its engine. By narrowing its product range to focus on top performers and implementing data-driven forecasting, Nike turned a vulnerability into a competitive advantage, becoming leaner, faster, and more responsive to real-time demand. And finally, the most dynamic asset of all, people. In a world transformed by technology, outdated skill sets can quietly sabotage innovation. ATT faced this reality head-on. With a workforce trained for an analog past, the company invested $1 billion to reskill thousands in data science, cybersecurity, and software development. This wasn't just HR. It was future-proofing the business from the inside out. Ultimately, a business pivot isn't just about changing what you do. It's about redirecting your financial power with purpose and precision. Because those who manage their assets with clarity manage their future with confidence. Innovation may inspire the pivot, but finance ensures it goes the distance. 6. Leadership and culture. The cornerstones of reinvention innovation is only as strong as the leadership and culture that support it. Financial strategies and skilled workforces lay the foundation, but without strong leadership and a culture designed for adaptability, even the most well-crafted transformation plans can falter. The future belongs to those who combine the power of decisive leadership with a corporate culture that thrives on change, fosters creativity, and encourages risk-taking. This is the essence of true business reinvention. Leaders are the visionaries who guide companies through uncertainty. They set the stage for change by prioritizing what matters, defining company values, and creating an environment where decisions align with both stability and disruption. Take T-Mobile, for example. Under John Legier's bold leadership, T-Mobile broke free from the stagnation that gripped its competitors. By eliminating long-term contracts, simplifying pricing, and investing heavily in network upgrades, Legier challenged the conventional wisdom of the industry. His fearless approach transformed T-Mobile from a follower into a leader, proving that entrepreneurial spirit within structured oversight can unearth untapped potential. But strong leadership is not just about bold moves. It's about knowing when to hold steady and when to pivot. It's about knowing the value of empowering employees to make decisions, take ownership, and embrace disruption. This is where culture plays its pivotal role. An adaptive workforce is not just a collection of skilled individuals, but a collective spirit ready to evolve. Mercedes-Benz understood this well. As AI and automation reshaped the automotive industry, the company didn't view technology as a replacement for human talent. Instead, it recognized that while robots excel at efficiency, they can't match the customization and flexibility that only human expertise can offer. The company introduced collaborative robotics, allowing humans and machines to complement each other. This symbiotic relationship enabled Mercedes-Benz to boost productivity while maintaining the unique contributions of its employees. Stitch Fix offers another insightful example. Rather than eliminating stylists in favor of AI, the company used machine learning to enhance the stylist's work, combining efficiency with human creativity to deliver hyper-personalized fashion recommendations. This approach highlights that technology need not replace the human touch, but can amplify it in ways that offer greater value. Moreover, corporate culture must adapt in parallel. Walmart, traditionally seen as a brick-and-mortar titan, recognized the need to evolve in the age of e-commerce. Rather than imposing its legacy culture on acquired digital businesses, Walmart allowed those startup leaders to infuse innovation into its core. This openness to new ideas from within, and not just from the outside, created the environment needed to drive transformation from the inside out. Ultimately, true reinvention requires an organization to be both resilient and flexible, to adapt without losing its identity, to embrace new ways of working while still maintaining what makes the company unique. Leaders must spearhead this change, ensuring their teams have the tools to grow and evolve. The right culture ensures that adaptation becomes not just a response to disruption, but a continuous drive for progress. Final summary. Why this book matters. Pivot to the Future is not just a business book. It's a survival guide for the digital age, providing the critical strategies that every company must master to thrive amidst disruption. Here are the essential takeaways. Trapped value is your most valuable untapped resource. Balance today's profits with tomorrow's investments. Digital tools are powerful enablers, but a thriving culture is the true engine of transformation. Self-disruption is your greatest weapon. Beat the competition by reinventing yourself before they do. The most successful companies aren't merely resilient, they are anti-fragile, using the chaos of change as a catalyst for innovation and growth. Want more on disruption? Drop a comment below. Should we dive into the innovator's dilemma, explore the concepts in exponential organizations, or tackle another groundbreaking strategy book next? Like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the world of business reinvention.